Renee Rejoice Regrow here, coming to you with a short video on seed harvesting. So I went outside yesterday and I looked at the tomatoes and they were growing so well, but I noticed at the bottom of the tomatoes they were going to seed. And we all know how there is a seed shortage right now, right? So when you can harvest your own seeds and not have to go out and purchase any, it's always a good thing, right? So I found these little pieces here, and I looked at the little pods, and there's more outside. I'm sure I can go out and get some more, right? Once you bring it in the house, you know, you could either let them dry, or you can just go ahead and harvest them off. See, like right here, there's still some on this one, so I know you can hear this, so listen. Yeah, so this is how many I have. I think it's like, I want to say hundreds of seeds, like tomato seeds, and I think they're of the cherry tomato variety. Oh, my merch, Holy Living. This is my logo, guys. Renee Rejoice Regrow, as you can see. Yes, I love my t-shirts. Thank you. But yeah, so when you're harvesting the seeds, you know, it's such a gratifying experience, you know what I'm saying? Because again, you're doing something that is natural, you know, and hopefully we will hope that these seeds would drop down to the ground, actually germinate, and, you know, continually give us tomatoes. But we also want to be able to store the tomatoes in a nice dry place so that when times get tough, you can just grow a tomato plant in your house, you know, if you have to. We all know that there's shortages going on in this world. We all know that times are changing. We know that if you only have space for, if you just have a front stoop, I'm telling you, you can sit a tomato plant in the corner of your front stoop. There's really no excuse. You got to grow your own, people. You got to get out there and do it. I mean, no such thing as a green thumb. I mean, a black thumb, blue thumb, and all that. I used to think, oh, you know, I can't grow anything. And that's not true. You know, you have to be patient. That's one of the major things. Just like growing locks. Just like growing locks. You have to be patient. You have to be patient with your locks. And you have to be patient with your plants because, again, this is growth we're talking about. So you generally can't see growth while it's happening, but if you walk away for a little bit and come back, you can actually see the growth. So yeah, harvesting any seed out of your garden is an amazing experience, as well as an experiment, because you also want to take one of these seeds and see if they're viable, right? You want to go and after you harvest your seeds, you want to go ahead and get a cup and put some dirt in it and little nutrients, however you roll, and you want to place some of those seeds in there to see if they're viable, to see whether you even want to save them or not. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to show you guys my seed collection here. And when I say seed collection, these are mostly seeds that I collected myself. So these came out of some lemons that we ate, right? I got some empty ones, which is going to be for the tomato. I got my palm seeds. Remember my palm seeds? Okay. I have my lettuce. Is there any lettuce in here? No lettuce. I had lettuce, but it didn't come out the way I wanted. So I have another one for my lettuce because I'm growing lettuce now. Tamarind. Tarragon, which I harvested from my own tarragon outside. Let's see, what's in here? Another empty one. Tomatoes. Now I harvest these tomatoes, right? Seeds outside, probably from the same plant, but not sure because I have two tomato plants next to each other. So this is the first seed harvest, and then that's another one, and then that's spinach. Okay, and red peppers. These are all harvested myself. This is jujube, or Chinese dates. Okay, I harvested 2 pits. Jalapeno, again harvested. And here we have something in there. Let me see what this is. This is a piece of turmeric that I put in here. Not sure why I put the piece of turmeric in there. Maybe I'm hoping that it'll sprout or do something. But there's a piece of turmeric in there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and plant it after it dries out as much as it can. And yeah, so I got some more lemon seeds, and these lemon seeds I purchased. Okay, I will say. And now that I know that they're open, I'm going to tape them up. But again, guys, you know, go out there and get your seeds. It's very important. If you can get some Dollar Tree seeds, Dollar Tree actually stopped selling garden stuff at this point, which I found interesting because this is what, August. So yeah, they stopped. They took out all the garden sections out of all of the Dollar Trees in my area. Okay, and again, like I told you guys before, Home Depot. One of my subscribers told me that Home Depot in her area is not going to replenish dirt or seeds. So I'm thinking that if you have some fertile soil, or if you think your soil is fertile, or even if you don't think your soil is fertile, go out there now and buy up all the fertilizer you can, all the amendment that you can, and don't forget that worms make a very good fertilizer too, so that if you can't actually get some fertilizer, don't worry about it. I mean, you know, God is going to do what God does. You know, if He wants your stuff to be, your land or whatever you're using, your soil to be fertile, it will be fertile. Okay. So I'm not gonna. There's no scare tactics here. I'm not going to try to scare anybody, but you do need to consider what you're going to do in a situation where there's no groceries, no produce. You might want to consider leaving the meat alone, because all the meat is infected with COVID. I said it. The meat is infected with viruses. So if you're eating chicken, if you're eating beef, for sure. Because I worked in a laboratory where we inserted different enzymes and enzymes and messed with the DNA, and whatever we're feeding these cows is what we made in the lab. So now that I know, it took me a while to figure this out, but I was in the lab, and I asked God for forgiveness for participating in such things. But we were in there changing the DNA, basically we were adding enzymes to their feed so that whatever they ate, it's going to get passed on to you. It's sad. Yes, I'm sure Monsanto is happy, you know. But anyways, I want you guys to know that whether your space is a crate, whether you just have a pot or a bowl, plastic bowl, you get that plastic bowl, you put a hole in the bottom of that plastic bowl, and you get to start in your garden. You know, you got to do what you got to do. Before they shut the water off, you better start saving you some water so that you can have a little bit to keep feeding your plants. If you're lucky to have land and you have a well, God bless you. Some of us are dependent upon the city for our water, and we all know that if they shut down the city, the water gets turned off, they shut down electricity, the lights go off, you know what I mean? So pretty soon folks aren't going to be getting paid, so y'all have to understand this. If they don't pay the mailman, the poor mailman will not be visiting our home. So pray for the mailmen. Pray for the teachers who are going to be out of work because a lot of people aren't sending their kids back to school. So I'm going to stop rambling and go back to the seeds and let you guys see. This is how many seeds that I harvested. I'm going to sit these seeds out. Of course, I mean, they were clumped. I had to spread them out on the paper so that they'll dry. I'm going to let them dry for about 3 or 4 days because they're going to turn from green to brown. Once they turn from green to brown, you pretty much know that they're dry and they're ready to be stored. And yay, I managed to harvest some tomato seeds. So go out in your garden, harvest you some seeds, right? Even bless somebody with some seeds. You know, if you want to give a gift of seeds. People will appreciate that. You know what I mean? So remember, do your best, be blessed, and grow something. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Renee Rejoice, We Grow, Zone 10A. Have a great day.